Welcome back to Growth Lab Sessions. I'm Joao, CEO of Stealth White Label Agency. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful acquisition channels for agencies today, LinkedIn. Our guest today is Ibrahim, an entrepreneur known for building and scaling B2B companies. If you want to understand how agencies can consistently attract high-quality clients through LinkedIn instead of chasing leads, this session is for you. Ibrahim, welcome to Growth Lab Sessions. Are you ready to take it to the lab?
I am ready to take it to the lab.
All right, awesome. If you're an agency owner looking to scale, you definitely want to explore our solutions at Stealth White Label Agency. With 14 years of experience and over 120 niches, we've been helping agency owners not only fulfill for their clients, but also acquire new clients so you can only focus on scale for your agency. If you're interested, definitely DM me, Joao, on my Instagram or comment below and somebody's gonna reach back to you. Back to the podcast. Now, moving on to class 2 on the best tools for LinkedIn outreach. What are we already talked about one of the tools, right? But let's recap, and then you can share some other tools that would be the best for LinkedIn outreach.
As far as LinkedIn goes, LinkedIn only works if you use InMails. If you use connection messages, that can work, but the process just to get somebody to respond on connection messages is way longer than InMails. An InMail is a direct message that goes into the prospect's inbox. A connection message, you have to connect with them first. They have to accept the connection. You have to wait, send the message, and then wait for them to respond, and that's where you book the call. A InMail skips all these steps and just lands in your inbox. And so and then this is real sauce here, on LinkedIn, if you send InMails to only open profiles, which are individuals that have also purchased premium or recruiter, or they're paying LinkedIn for a subscription, you will be able to send 800 InMails per month per LinkedIn account instead of 50 to 100, which is what most people think that the subscription allows for. So if you go to LinkedIn and you see your credits, for example, it shows you like 50 credits, 100 credits, unless you do it this way. And the platform that I really like to use is called LinkedHelper. LinkedHelper it costs $15 per month. We've never, like most tools that we use, we've always had to reach out to their support team. There's always been issues, and it's just back and forth with the provider, especially if it's like a LinkedIn tool or anything along those lines. LinkedHelper, I don't even know I don't know a single person from their team. I just downloaded the tool and we use it. LinkedHelper, what it does, and I'm loading it here as we speak, is it allows you to scrape data, again, just for $15 from LinkedIn itself. And then it allows you to put everything into a CSV file and paste it into sending tools. And let's say you scrape a lead list of 2,500 individuals. Every scrape that you do, you can only scrape 2,500 at a time. And as you're scraping it, you can actually use this tool to split two lists and have one be open profiles, which are the people that you send InMails to reach the 800 InMails, and then have another list with non-open profiles, which you only send connections to. And that way you can split a list up and be as effective as possible as far as sending goes.
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't know that. So yes. The sauce is that you should be sending it to open profiles.
Only open profiles.
You should be sending emails to open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's going to like 8x the output, basically.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I'm opening up the tool as we speak. When you pull this list from LinkedHelper, you download it as a CSV, as mentioned. And what that looks like, and I'm going to blow your mind, because sometimes, I could talk about how it works all day long, but I just want to show you, I guess, what our channel looks like. If we go to like our bookings page, so if you go to Grow Big Ventures bookings, this is just LinkedIn. We paused email for a while. We have SDRs going in and calling these leads, telling us His initial message today, blah, blah, but like, um, this is just today. These are all the bookings that came, and it's 10 a.m.
Wow.
Okay. This is our yesterday.
Crazy.
Here, I'm gonna go back to the days just so you guys. I think the most we've gone in a single day so far was about 50 meetings booked on the calendar. And obviously we have appointment setters who set these appointments, and then we have an intro calling team. But essentially, this volume comes from in-mails and in-mails only. Infinity screen. This is the LinkedHelper platform. It's still loading, so I'll share with you how to actually pull that lead list and essentially how you can split the list up. And in the meantime, I want to show you how you can actually create that CSV file to import into a platform like HeyReach. HeyReach and the CEO, Ilya, we have a very large contract with them with thousands of seats for LinkedIn. And so they give us preferred pricing. Let's just put it that way. And if anyone is looking for HeyReach super discounted, reach out to Joao. Joao will help you with that. And Joao, reach out to me. And basically, how it works is once you go to create a campaign, there's this lead section right here. And if this wants to load up, as you can see, there's connection in mails, okay? And then account name. So each list is different. And you can see this came from the same pull. So the same scrape got this number and got this number. So combined, this is one lead list that we got. However, we had to split it up into, again, in mails and into connections. And there's a feature on LinkedIn called recently active. If you turn on the recently active, you're going to get more open profiles. Okay. And so the goal is to get as many open profiles as possible. I don't even care if we send connection. We don't even track connection messages. That's how little we care about connection messages. What we care about is the in-mails. And if you have a lead list of 800, which is the number I always try to get to when creating campaigns, then you can set this like one account up and keep it there for a month. And you don't have to worry about it. Make sense? This is LinkedHelper. LinkedHelper is a virtual machine for LinkedIn accounts. And so this is some of the individuals on our team. And I'll show you, I guess, how that works as well. But any questions so far? Sorry, I'll pause right here, Joe. I know you're a curious soul.
No, for sure. What about like, do you think these tools have an advantage, like a big advantage over other tools that do outreach that you can still like filter for people and then create a sequence to reach out to them? Like Dripify, for example, that's a tool that I've used. Do you think there is any like significant benefits?
The cost savings is super significant because all these tools are good, but out at volume, how they perform at volume for me matters a lot more in the cost, obviously, than the tool's interesting features. Because for us, it's always been a volume game, and that's how we've scaled pretty much indefinitely, right? For the last 2-3 years, we've been scaling. And it's always been a volume play. And so HeyReach, the really cool thing about HeyReach and why I love HeyReach is because it's cheap and it does the job. And it doesn't often have issues. We used another tool, and I think for HeyReach, we're paying like, I want to say closer like $3,000. The last tool we were per month, the last tool we were using, we were paying closer to $8,000 a month. So yeah, I love HeyReach.
Yeah, it's big.
I'll let this load for a second as well. But the premise is, again, once you log into here and you pull a lead list, and there's a bunch of videos out there on the internet on how to do this, there is a button that you click that says open link. Once you click that button, it'll only show you the people that are open profiles. You can select everyone in that list and just download it as a CSV. And then again, you would upload it into a platform like HeyReach that for me is top notch. The other tool
So
that is, yep,
the LinkedIn where you pull the list from, how are they pulling those lists?
yeah, great. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is what we use. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is extremely expensive because in order for you to be able to send the amount of emails that you need to send, you need to have Sales Navigator Premium. They recently changed it. You have to have Premium, which costs $180 per LinkedIn account. And so for an agency like us that wants to have 100 accounts, that can cost a lot of money just for Sales Navigator. And then obviously we have other like businesses, and we provide Sales Navigator companies that we work with and stuff like that. It costs a lot of money. So what we did is we signed an enterprise deal with LinkedIn that provides us Sales Navigator discounts, essentially. And that's how we've been able to scale, because it's increasing volume, decreasing cost, which increases the return on investment / cost per lead. And for us, everything else is a vanity number as outside of cost per lead. Yep.
Okay.
And that's the tool stack. Literally just LinkedHelper, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, HeyReach. Super simple.
Awesome. Well, that's a wrap for class 2.